This is Justin from Books, Bricks, and Boards, back with another solo Sunday. Getting ready to play a little Gasket versus Duster. Decided that I am going to hold off on trying to beat Gendrick solo until I have a better plan. Because after my last playthrough where I not only got beaten, but I also misplayed Gendrick's several times. So I'm going to focus on one that I think I have a little bit better chance at, which is going to be Duster. And we're going to see how this goes. Have not played Gasket much, only a couple plays, so this is going to be an interesting one for me. But we will see you for the final battle. All right, so this is the final boss battle. It wasn't all sunshine and roses on the way to Duster. I did fail 2 of my challenges and just barely made it on the last day. I had not ran into this one yet, and I ran into a baddie that had weakened 2, and I could not complete the first part of the script because I didn't have enough dexterity. And then this one I just failed, just got beat at the end. So did win all of the other challenges, and my final build ended up looking like this. My strategy for Duster, and I've already pulled the top baddie for a solo game. It's 1, and I got lucky there, as I did many times whenever I was going through with my run with Gasket here. This is a poison enemy, and it's also a ranged enemy, so it won't be moving around, and I am immune to poison because I'm a robot. I've got my defense dice set up because I do have the innate +1. My biggest concern with Duster is going to be her limit. I'm going to lose one of these dice every turn that she is able to target me. So my goal is going to be to keep her from being able to reach me. So I'm going to try to bleed and gut her and then scram to get away and shoot her with my different other options. So we'll see how that works. I do have some loot that I can use to burn and generate some healing. But once I lose my 4th die and I'm on 1 hit point, I'm gonna really not have many options left at that point. I mean, I can still roll my 4 defense dice, but at that point, it's gonna be pretty tough to finish the game. All that being said, my biggest thing I have to do first is I have to get cut and gut on Duster. So that's what I'm going to try for in this first round. I'm going to roll my initiative. I got a 3. Doesn't really matter. She was going to go before me anyways. So let's go ahead and start the game. She's got 3 attack dice, 2 defense dice, and her tyrant die. So she does 3 damage, so I can block that. I take no damage. She's got 3 defense on her, and she rolled her cloak and dagger. That doesn't affect me because there's only 1 gear lock. The other one doesn't affect me either because I'm immune to bleed. So the thing that does affect me, her limit ability. I have to lose a attribute die. So that doesn't help. But that's why I put 1 into the attack to begin with. Gasket's not really an attack stat kind of gear lock. So I have to roll my valve die. 2, 3. What the heck? 4, 5, 6. Actually, Let's go this way instead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we'll use this. Okay, so I am going to have to hot fix, but I can choose which order I put these in. So, got that. Going to have a lot of movement here, and I did get a cut and a gut. That's what I needed. Okay, so I am going to place a bleed token on her. I do 2 damage, but that is not true damage. The damage part isn't until she starts moving. But that's fine because I've got the gut effect on her. Let's go back. So I did 1, 2, 3, 6. So that goes to 0. And then this goes to 4. And I've got 5 movements that I can use, up to 5. I have to use at least 1. And then I will use my dehumidifier from my bones to add a 1-point armor die. So I believe the farthest I can get away from Duster at this point on the board is right here. So 1 for my, I guess, yeah, I'll use 1 of this move, 2 of this movement, and then I'll use 1 for that I have to use. Okay. So this one goes, but it can't do anything to me because I'm immune to poison. It targets me, but it doesn't do anything. So then round 2. Duster takes 1 point of true damage for bleed. Then she is going to try to move. She does move diagonally. Oh, so she can get to me. She's going to, yeah, that's not going to be good. Okay, but I can choose which one of these she goes to. So I'm going to move her over here so that I have an opportunity to get further away. So she's going to go 1, 2. So that's 2 more true damage from the gut effect. Okay. So now she is going to roll 3 attack dice, 2 defense dice, and this, even though it doesn't do anything. She only gets 1 defense dice because she's got a defense die still on her. So she does 4 damage, which I block. She gets a defense die. That does nothing. Then I have to lose something else. I'm going to lose that. And then it's my turn. So I'm definitely going to use these 2 dice. I have to use this die. I think I want to use... There's only it's a 2 maximum, so she's going to block that. Unless I would get that, then I could potentially do 1 damage total there. I do have the ram ability, but then I would be next to her afterwards. Not sure that that's what I want to do. I think what I want to do is, so this is going to be the farthest I can get away. 1, 2, 3, and then if I got 3 movement from my 2 dice, actually I just go to here. Yeah, so if I go to here with movement, 1, 2, 3, that's 3 dexterity dice, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this one doesn't count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That covers my dice that I'm paying for. And then my free programming die. Okay. So I am going to get a dehumidifier again. So with that, I'm going to add a defense die. Actually, I think I'll make this one a 2. Just because. Then I'm going to use that defense die. That does nothing. And then I'm done because I did not end up using any hydro. There are real bones on all my hydro dice. This doesn't do anything. If anything was adjacent, it would have. So we go to round 3. And Duster is going to go. Beginning of her turn, she loses 1 for bleed. And then she moves 2. She loses 1 for each space that she moves because of gut. And that's her turn. So this time, I actually do not have to worry about Duster targeting me for a turn, at least for that turn. So now I need to think about what I want to do. So these 2 are definite. Two, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can't roll all those because I've lost my defense dice. So that's 4. What the heck? We will... We'll do that. So that's 5. Okay, I think we once again have an automatic bones on the hydro die. So we're going to go ahead and do our backup plan hotfix with that. We're going to make this a 2 for that. I should have moved with my extra dexterity. I didn't think about that. That was dumb on my part. Oh well. I've got 4 movements. So even though I screwed up, I don't know that I'll end up any worse off than I did before because she's still going to have to move 2 to get to me, and that will kill her. So if I go my 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I will do my laser will just blast off one of these. I will move 1, 2 for scram, then I will activate my programming to move a 3rd. And I believe that is going to be game. Because on round 4, Duster is going to activate. She'll take a point of bleed. Then she has to move to get to me. 1, 2, and she's dead. So that is Duster. So that means I have beaten all of the base box tyrants solo, true solo, except for Gendrix. And Gendrix, after further exploring how his abilities actually work, I don't know. I think I may put off playing against him again true solo, because I don't know a good strategy to take him down. But definitely have an appreciation for all of the immunities that Gasket brings to the table. You know, with Gasket, he's able to avoid the bleed die from Duster. He also, most of his abilities are for adjacent. They are not targeted. So her Shrouded does not really help her at all. So like his bleed and his gut, it's all an adjacent. It's not targeted adjacent. So that makes him extremely effective at fighting Duster. Hey, this is Justin back. I just finished my battle with Duster for my solo Sunday. Got a very quick battle in with Gasket. The battle against Duster was quick, but the lead up certainly was not. I actually went the full 13th day to get to Duster. I finished my last quest to get the 10th progress point on day 12. So I just barely made the cut to be able to get to Duster. And Gasket seems to be almost built to fight Duster. All of his immunities are very keyed in to the things that Duster normally abuses. And he doesn't care as much about his stat dice. That said, if I had lost my my hit point die, I would have been in some serious trouble. The key for my strategy was to have mobility and make her come to me and bleed out from the cut and gut. So that seemed to work pretty well. Duster can be a challenging tyrant to beat if you don't have a good plan for her. Gasket, on the other hand, is an incredibly fun gearlock to play. I will say that early on, if you get some bad draws that aren't a good matchup for him, you can potentially just die before you ever get going. Mischief is really bad news early on because it takes away his defense dice, as is Corrosion potentially. But then on the flip side, if you get a bunch of poison baddies, you just don't care. The poison really, when you see it, it's like, oh, well, I can just basically wait and kill that till the end of the battle. Like in the final battle you saw, I had the poison baddie and I just ignored it the whole time because it couldn't do anything to me. So I had a Manticore in the battle before this one and basically just ignored it until the very end. So anyways, I think for my my base box series, I'm gonna pause on beating Gendrix because I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I may end up doing a multi-handed solo rather than a true solo to get that done. And I may just go on and fight some of the Undertow or the Splice and Dice Tyrants before then. And I'll probably play some other games too. Role player is very fun. Gonna get some games of role player in. Probably play a little Robinson Crusoe, a little Feast for Odin, probably some Scythe, maybe some Marvel Champions. If you guys have anything that you would like to see played by a rank amateur, definitely let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And this has been Justin from Books, Bricks, and Boards. Good gaming, and God bless.